Babe, there are women building multi-million-dollar empires and buying land, and you're worried about how to speak softer so a man can choose you? That sounds absolutely insane to me. Instead of worrying about being picked and being chosen, why not worry about building the most incredible, abundant life for yourself that no one could ever take away from you? Why are we telling women that they should date men that require them to be more quiet and dim their light and be a lesser, watered down version of themselves? You forgot that the man is not the prize. Your freedom is. The lifestyle is. And you can give that to yourself very, very quickly when you tap into your own authenticity. I decentered men in my 20s. I stopped dating for 2 years and I became a multimillionaire. My business is nearly at $5 million now. And I never sat there thinking, how can I get someone to like me more and to choose me and to pick me? Because I promise you, no person outside of you can fill the void that lives inside of you. No one. Only you can fill that void. Only you can create your own fulfillment and your own happiness. Having a partner in your life is the cherry on top to the happiness that you've already built for yourself. You deserve to give yourself the life that you've always wanted.
The biggest mistake you can make is wasting your youth on a man. Don't waste your prime years chasing a man or being with a man that brings no value to your life. My biggest fear is waking up in my mid-30s, reminiscing on my 20s and thinking, dang, I could have been doing so much more. I could have been so much further in life right now if I just stayed focused. I don't want that to ever be a regret of mine or a thought that crosses my mind all the time. You won't know a man wasted your prime years until it's too late, and I see it happen all the time. I want you guys to be so invested in your career, making money, traveling, that you don't even have the time to think about settling down or chasing a man, because they will always be there. My mindset right now is, when I'm older, I want to be able to look back at my 20s and say, I did everything. I lived my life to the fullest and I'm content. But ladies, please be careful. These men know what they're doing. They know they're wasting your youth. They know what they're doing by getting you pregnant. Please, please. I'm not saying don't date, but don't get comfortable, because we're not getting any younger and time goes by so quick.
If you are a girl who knows deep down in your heart that you are meant to live a big, beautiful, abundant life one day, a luxurious life, but maybe right now you feel really lost, you feel like you have no direction, you don't know what you're going to do with your life, please watch this, okay? Not that long ago, I was very lost. I dropped out of college. I felt like such a failure because I was so ambitious. I lost my best friend of 14 years. I was in a toxic, abusive relationship with someone who was double my age. I was an alcoholic. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I didn't even have a relationship with my dad. My dad was the only one who raised me. So just know that I was going through it, okay? But in a year, my life transformed completely. I became a millionaire in my early 20s. My whole life did a 180, okay? I lived my dream life. I own everything I ever wanted to own. I'm sitting in my G-Wagon right now in Dubai because I can. It's a random Wednesday afternoon. I'm about to go to a beach club to hang with my friends. Life is crazy. And I just want you to know that obviously this didn't happen overnight. This took some work. But I wish somebody would have told me what I know now. And I'd be happy to share this with any girl who feels lost. Follow me here. Just follow me on Instagram. But this TikTok is a new TikTok, and I just want to share my real, raw, true self, and I want to help young girls, and that's the mission with this, and just, be who I am, and I hope that this attracts the right girl. So I'm happy to have you here. I'm going to share everything that has allowed me to live this life and how it's allowed me to live it in such a crazy way and actually pretty much happen overnight in a sense. So
yeah, I am starting over, and I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care what it takes. I will do whatever it takes to give myself the life that I deserve. I love myself far too much to live a life that is anything less than completely and wholeheartedly fulfilling. I realized how deeply unhappy I was, and I absolutely refuse to go back to living a life like that. Just give me 15 seconds of your time. Welcome to my journey of becoming unstoppable. Let's grow and glow together. You have the ability to change your life, okay? Our brains are very powerful. More powerful than you can even fathom, okay? What you're not changing, you're choosing. If you do not like the life that you live right now, you can change that. Take it from me. You
can change it. You can do it. If you don't like the life you live, change it. You have everything you need to change it. Change it.
And as you grow up, it's like, what do I want? Like, who do I want to be? You know? That's crazy. How are we supposed to know who we want to be in our 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50s? Like, how are you ever supposed to really figure out what you want in life? And I feel like with social media, this makes it so much worse because we genuinely think that we are supposed to have it figured out. You will never regret the things that you've done. You will only regret the things that you didn't do. So those trips that you want to go on, you need to go on them. That person that you want to ask out, you need to ask them out. That career that you like the sound of, you better start getting into it. You need to get out of your head and you need to start living, really living. Let me tell you something. Even if you might not believe this right now, I really want you to hear it. Every person has a gift. Every person has a dream, and every single one of us has a purpose. You're not supposed to know right now exactly what that purpose is, but just trust me when I say that you do have a purpose. You were put here for a reason. I know it's a very simple cliche saying, but I feel like sometimes we forget that we are here for a greater reason.
Choose yourself. Again. And 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 again.
I've come across this Sweet Girls kind of series about how she was talking to a guy or in a situationship with a guy, first problem there, for multiple months, and he switched up on her and she's very upset about it, and she kind of like crashed out and sent him a million texts and whatever, and was like, she just like needed a lot of explanation of like what happened, did his feelings change, whatnot. And I'm not judging this girl because I'm pretty sure she's in her early 20s and like we have all been there, and you have to learn from these types of situations, and sometimes you have to be insane. But this is such a good reminder that men do not respond to over communication. Okay. They do not care about your crash out. They don't care about you calling them 100 times. They don't care about your paragraphs. They do not care about that. Men respond to silence. The only thing that could ever get a man to rethink a decision, kind of rethink his actions towards you or change anything about himself is you walking away and giving him silence. That is the only thing. And I know that's very annoying because it can seem like counterintuitive, right? If you have an issue, you should be able to communicate, which I agree with that too. But in dating, especially if you're not really in a relationship with somebody, like again, if you're in a situationship, over communication is never going to get a guy to give you the response that you want. It just isn't. And you're just going to make yourself, more upset and spiral more and more the more you reach out. So the best thing that you can do if you feel like you're kind of emotionally out of control is to pull away and pull back and say nothing, right? And if you're not somebody who feels like you can play the game, which you don't have to, you do not have to play the game, rethink it and don't make it about him, right? Like you're not ghosting him and being silent for a response from him. You are taking space for yourself so that you can kind of regroup and reboot and get yourself back on a path of like emotional stability and not being so upset about something. And then hopefully when he comes back, you can have a better conversation about it. Men respond to silence. They do not respond to over explanation and over communication. They don't care.